ya. Yo. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Late for the Party on Anchor FM. I am your host, Melodious. Man, we are going to get in it tonight. We are going to get into some In My Mind. Oh, God, I haven't done it In My Mind in a cool minute. This segment is going to be off the hook because not only that I'm going to give you a double dose of how I feel about this situation, because it's involving Mr. Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, Soulja Boy, Soulja Boy. Now, he's been getting on social media talking about having, at the 2018, he had the biggest comeback and all of that stuff. Now, honestly, if you had such a great comeback, why the fuck are you talking about it so goddamn much? Everybody else is talking about it but you. Like, you're the one even sitting there talking about, I put this dude on. I put that dude on. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, I put Tiger on and I put this person on. Why are you preaching so goddamn much about your work? You sound like Kanye to a degree. You sitting there talking about how Kanye is. Nigga, you falling in that same category if you sitting there talking about what you did. I did this. I did that. I do this. I do that. Your work will speak for you. Nigga, why are you complaining? Just do what you gotta do and just handle your fucking business. Who gives a fuck what anybody else is doing? If you're doing what you're supposed to do to make your situation better, then why even fucking complain? Like, I had the greatest comeback. So what if Tiger had the greatest comeback? So what if Meek Mill had the greatest comeback? It doesn't matter my definition of comeback is, like, you fell and hit the ground, it's like you Little Mac from Punch Out and shit. Your ass got beat by like Super Macho Man or something, and then your ass come right back, win the goddamn match. That's how I feel. Or Ball Bull, or somebody in that category. That's a video game reference if you guys don't understand. Go ahead YouTube and Google that shit. Google Punch Out. But either way, it's like a comeback is like you getting, like, it's like, better yet, here's a good reference. A comeback is like Rocky 3. Rocky was the champion. He got his ass whooped by Clubber Lang, aka Mr. T, pretty much. And then after that, he trained, got his ass, and came back and won. That's a comeback. That's a comeback story. Alright, you falling in the trenches and everything else. But you know who really had a comeback? Well, actually, you know what? You know who really had a comeback for real? I mean, and Tiger, yes, he did. Tiger definitely had a comeback because, you know, his shit was fire, dude. I mean, honestly, I don't hear your shit, though. I don't hear Soulja Boy like that. Like, my brothers, we don't even play no Soulja Boy hits. You know, we'll play some, like, everybody in the club getting tipsy. We'll play that nigga before we play some Soulja Boy. Shit, we'll play some Trinidad James, like, girl, my side bitch, my main hoe, ain't feeling me no more. No more. Like, we'll play that shit before we play Superman that hoe. Like, come on, really? Negro, come on. Like, motherfuckers sit here saying, like you're one of the main reasons that hip-hop got all these niggas nowadays that are coming left field. Like, you're the reason for all the Migos and all of these stuff. You know what? In some cases, you know what? I'm not even going to sit here and talk shit about you, because not only that you did contribute to a lot of stuff that has brought hip-hop to a whole new level. Yeah, like, he was one of the cats to really start jumping on the internet and really pushing the shit out there. That is true. Not a lot of people were doing that around, 2009, 2010, like 2008, 2009. A lot of people weren't really, they were still on the Facebook phase. You know, they were really doing that. They were really pushing the bar and the ante like that. And I'll give credit where credit's due. I mean, yeah, he did put on Tiger. You know what I'm saying? He did put on a few folks. I mean, he did, like, link up with a few cats and, you know, they're doing their thing. But you don't have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to praise yourself. Your work will praise for the work will praise for you if your ass is doing your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? But you like, let's be honest. Drake is no laughing matter. I know, yeah, Drake be stealing. That thumb looking motherfucker right there steals everybody's shit. But goddamn, you sitting there preaching and hooping and hollering about what niggas ain't doing. Like, dude, that just makes you look more like a fool too, because it's like, look, you sitting there bitching and complaining about, oh, I put them on, I did this and everything else. But here's the skinny, here's the rundown. Here's the rundown about this shit. One, you're sitting there complaining about another person who's shining, when you should be shining yourself. Don't worry about what the other motherfucker's doing. Do what you gotta do. Do what you got. Do you. You know what I'm saying? Do you. If you're doing you like you say you are, and your net worth is like $30 million and shit like that, nigga, you ain't starving. Why are you complaining? Keep doing what you're doing. You make video games. You make cookies. You be the absolute best at what it is the fuck you do. Fuck what anybody else gotta say. I don't give a fuck. Do what you gotta do, homie. Don't worry about that shit. Handle it. Ride that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. Don't worry about what these other heifers and niggas is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be out there. You gotta be hungry like a motherfucker. And honestly, Soulja Boy, you worrying about a comeback, you shouldn't have fell off in the first place. That's the sad part. Anybody like Chris Brown or somebody, and like, yes, Chris Brown, that motherfucker went to jail. That nigga did probation. That nigga was cleaning the sides of the freeway. He was doing all types of shit. And believe me when I say this, that nigga ain't left the scene at all. He was still rolling. He stayed relevant. Fuck a comeback, you gotta stay relevant. Okay, you worried about what Tiger and these niggas is doing. Nigga, you need to be like really staying consistent with your shit. You know, you gotta be a De La Soul, a Snoop Dogg motherfucker, a Dr. Dre, somebody. You worrying about, oh, like I had the greatest comeback in 2018. What about 2016, nigga? What about the 2015? You worrying about 09 and 010, like 2010 and 2011 and all that shit. What about the rest of them years? What the fuck were you doing then? Fucking up? Dealing with some random bitches? All of that shit? Fell off? Do what you gotta do. Shit, handle your shit. Quit making excuses about, oh, I had this, I had that. You talking about what you had. I hate when niggas sit there talking about, oh, I had this, I had that. What are you doing now? What are you doing for the future to come? I hear what you said on the Breakfast Club and seeing what he was saying. But you know, oh, I'm doing this. I got a movie coming out. I got all that. Why are you so worried about a comeback then? I had the greatest comeback. Nigga, you got shit coming in the future. Don't worry about that. Be ready for what's to come. Stop worrying about what you did in the past. Hey, 2018 was last year. If Tiger shit did better than you, hey, congratulations, Tiger. You did some shit. That was some dope shit you did. But now it's your turn to spit out some fire. Handle your shit, homie. Do what you gotta do and quit fucking complaining about what this nigga did or anybody else. Shit. God damn, what would you do for a Klondike bar in this motherfucker for real? Trying to make sure I wet my whistle. Fuck, this water ain't helping. Brother needs some whiskey. But either way, man, that's how I feel about that whole thing with Soulja Boy. But Jesus Christ, man, you gotta... That's why I'm like, you know what? Stop complaining. Stop making excuses about why this person's hotter than you. If you so worried about that, get hot, nigga. Be hot. Do what you gotta do. Stay hot. You know, shit, it's not... The hard part is not getting to the top. It is hard, but it's not about... the hardest part isn't going to the top. The hardest part is staying at the top. Staying on level. Staying relevant. Staying with consistency. That shit is important. You gotta handle that shit, Soulja Boy. And quiet as kept, if you were so hot like you say you were, and hot and how much of a comeback you had, what your ass should have been worrying about was staying relevant. Shit. And that's from the heart, my nigga. Do what you gotta do. Let it play. That's what you gotta do. Anyway, I'm off that subject right now. That shit had me rolling. Oh, that's just as funny as Jacquees talking about he's the king of R&B. This little nigga talking about, oh, I had the greatest comeback in 2018. I put this nigga on. I put on Chief Keef. I did this. I did that. I helped out these low-budget little niggas who don't know how to rap get all successful and shit. Well, kudos to you, nigga. But what are you doing now? These niggas is getting more talked about than you are. So what's the problem with Soulja Boy? Soulja Boy sitting there complaining, not focusing his attention on what he needs to do, which is his motherfucking craft. Because his ass is doing everything else that he's trying to do. And that's good. But stop complaining about it. Be happy, nigga. Be happy you got something going for yourself. And stay out of fucking trouble. Leave these crazy bitches alone. That's all I gotta say. Well, this is the In My Mind segment of Late for the Party, y'all. Like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and support the podcast. Man, I am your host, Melodious, signing off. And as always, y'all, it's okay to be late for the fun, but never be late for the party. I said that backwards. Hold up, my nigga, hold up. Let me say this again. It's okay to be late for the party, but never be late for the fun. Talk to y'all later. Till next segment. Let that shit ride out a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.